of the division forthwith. But of course, we understand that we will also be able to view the results as they trickle in. In this case, each and every member will be directed to take a vote on each of the charges. And once the voting starts, then we will be able to broadcast and show you how the numbers are trickling in on that particular board. And once the speaker reads out the results of the division, then we will be able also to see that the vote has been cast in one way or the other. A senator who is not able to cast his or her vote due to any reason considered sufficient by the speaker may, before the result of the division is announced and after obtaining the permission of the speaker, have his or her vote recorded verbally by stating whether he or she is in favor of or against the question. Remember, once in a while we have seen division taking place at the Senate, and there have been challenges on the electronic voting that has sometimes necessitated the House to go into roll call voting. So we are not hoping that we are not seeing any challenges at the moment, but should such a challenge arise, then a senator will be given an opportunity to cast their vote verbally. If the electronic vote refuses to work altogether, then members of the Senate will go into division through the roll call voting. This is also an option that is available in the House Standing Order 88, where in case of a failure of an electronic voting, then the House can opt to do the roll call voting. Remember, 47 members, that is the county delegation, 47 members of the Senate, these are elected members, will be casting their vote. And in this case, for a charge to be termed as having been substantiated or not substantiated, then the number has to be 25. This is more than half of the senators in the chamber, or the elected senators. So we are looking at 25 members to be voting in one way for it to be having termed as a complete vote or a complete decision by the senators. So once we go back into the division process or the voting process, then the members will be looking at having a 25 number there for it to be able to move to the next stage in all the charges that have been forwarded to the Senate with regards to the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, who is the governor of Meru County. So once the 10-minute quorum or other division bell lapses, then the speaker, of course, will call the House to order, and each senator will be required to log out of their electronic devices, then again log in. By that, then that means that the process will be picking up at the same time, and each member will be allowed to be able to cast their vote, and then the numbers will be showing on the board, and we will be able to broadcast it to you wherever you are, and you'll be able to see the votes as they come in on that particular board. Remember, this is a live broadcast that has been brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in partnership with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. We have been broadcasting this at 2-day trial for you live, and you have been keenly following these proceedings. We have seen members giving their opinions and views with regards to the presentation that has been made. Some indicating that they will not be allowing what has been termed as gender-based violence in a way, following the videos that have been broadcasted as evidence in the chambers. And of course, that is one of the issues that we have seen senators extensively touching on in their debate as the presentations were over and the House had gotten into the debate session on the motion that is the motion on the removal from office by impeachment of the Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza. So if you are just joining us, then just remember that we are at the tail end of this 2-day trial. There have been processes from Tuesday at 9 a.m. when the hearing process began. And today, remember, it was a 2-day trial. 2 days appointed, that was the 7th of November and the 8th of November appointed for this particular hearing, or rather impeachment hearing. And at this moment, the Senate is rushing against time. Remember, it was only 2 days, that is the 7th and 8th of November, to have completed this particular hearing, investigated the case, and did make a determination and find out whether the allegations or accusations that have been leveled against the governor can be substantiated or not, and give a communication on the same. So what will be coming up after the bell is that the senators will be taking their vote on this particular day in a manner that has been termed to be an electronic voting. But should there be any challenges in the electronic voting, then the House may opt to go the roll call voting way. The roll call standing order number 88 indicates that when the Speaker directs a roll call vote to be taken, the division bell shall be rung for 5 minutes. But currently it is a division bell that members are putting themselves in order to be able to come back and vote electronically. That is the first approach that members usually use in such a case. Once they choose, all right, allow me to hand you over. It seems like the 10 minutes is done. Allow me to hand you over for the voting process.
Order. Honorable Senators, kindly take your seats. Honorable Senators, kindly take your seats. Senator Mandago, why are you holding hands? Order, Honorable Senators, let us take our seats. Sergeant at Arms, kindly proceed to close the doors and draw the bars. Now, Honorable Senators, before we proceed to vote, allow me to bring clarity to this process so that there are no mistakes as we proceed to vote. We are voting 7 times because the charges are 7. So we'll call one charge, you vote. We move to the other charge, we vote, until we come to the very last 7th charge. Now, I want to make it clear. These are 7 charges. If one of them is substantiated, Her Excellency Governor Kawira ceases being a governor of Meru, even if it's just one charge that has been substantiated. If I call the charge, if you vote yes, it means you're saying that charge has been substantiated. If you vote no, you're saying that charge has not been substantiated. So that clarity is important so that we don't make mistakes as we proceed on this very important Now, Honorable Senators, voting shall be done electronically. And this juncture, therefore, I will call upon the delegates to log out. Sergeant at Arms, I want you to go around and pull out any card, any delegate card that is still inside the delegate unit. Once you have done that, Sergeant at Arms, kindly confirm so that we move to the next step. At this juncture, Honorable Senators, you must be holding your card, your delegate card, in your hands. Sergeant at Arms, you are waiting for your signal. Good. Now, Honorable Senators, proceed to log back. Log back into the delegate units. So before you proceed to vote, I will now put the question, which is that whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Governments Act, on Wednesday, 25th of October 2023, the Meru County Assembly approved a motion to remove from office by impeachment Honorable Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County. Whereas by a letter reference M/Cares Volume 4/43, dated the 26th of October 2023, and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on Friday, 27th of October 2023, the Speaker of Meru County Assembly informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of a motion by the County Assembly and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly. Further, whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order 80 of the Senate heard the County Assembly on the grounds for removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County. And further, whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order 80, the Senate also heard the Honorable Kawira Mwangaza on the grounds for her proposed removal from office by impeachment as the Governor of Meru County. Now, therefore, Honorable Senators, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order 80, the Senate resolves to remove from office by impeachment the Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County, on the following charges. Charge 1, misappropriation and misuse of county resources. Charge 2, nepotism and related unethical practices. Charge 3, bullying, vilification, and demeaning other leaders. Charge number 4, illegal appointments and usurpation of statutory powers. Charge number 5, contempt of court. Charge number 6, illegally naming a public road after her husband. And lastly, charge number 7, contempt of the Assembly. Honorable Senators, I further guide that we shall have a separate vote for each charge. There will therefore be 7 separate votes. We shall now proceed to vote, starting with charge number 1, misappropriation and misuse of county resources. You may proceed to vote. Honorable Senators, after you've voted, you sit in silence. Now, honorable senators, we shall move to charge number 2, nepotism and related unethical practices. You may proceed to vote. Honorable senators, we shall now proceed to charge number 3, bullying, vilification and demeaning other leaders. You may proceed to vote. Honorable senators, we now move to charge number 4, illegal appointments and usurpation of statutory powers. You may now proceed to vote. Honorable Gataya, you're out of order, and I call you to order. The Honorable Senator Tom Ojenda proceed to dispatch and cast your vote. Honorable Senators, we shall now move to charge number 5, contempt of court. You may proceed to vote. Honorable Senators, we shall now move to charge number 6, illegally naming of a public road after her husband. You may proceed to vote. Now, honorable senators, we shall proceed to the last charge. Now, to the members of public, depending on which side you are, and depending on how the voting will be done on this last charge, you must be silent. To the parties, it matters not the outcome of the vote on the last charge. You must be seated in silence. To the members who are seated in the speaker's gallery, it matters not the outcome of the vote on the last charge. You must sit in silence. Charge number 7, contempt of the assembly. Senators, you may now proceed to vote. Senator Siango, take your seat. Honorable Senators, the results of the division are as follows. Charge number 1, misappropriation and misuse of county resources. Ayes 19, nays 28. The nays have it. Charge number 2, nepotism and related unethical practices. Ayes 5, nays 42, abstain 0. The nays have it. Charge number 3, bullying, vilification and demeaning other leaders. Ayes 3, nays 44, abstain 0, the nays have it. Charge number 4, illegal appointments and usurpation of statutory powers. The ayes 20 votes, nays 27 votes, abstain 0 vote, the nays have it. Charge number 5, contempt of court. The ayes 3 votes, the nays 44 votes, abstain 0, so the nays have it. Charge number 6, illegally naming a public road after her husband. Ayes 4 votes, the nays 43 votes, abstain 0, so the nays have it. Charge number 7, contempt of the assembly. Ayes 10 votes, nays 37 votes, abstain 0, so the nays have it. Now, honorable senators, Section 33(7) of the County Governments Act provide as follows. If a majority of all members of the Senate vote to uphold any impeachment charge, the governor shall cease to hold office. Honorable senators, the result of the division indicate that the Senate has not upheld any of the impeachment charges. Pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33(8) of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order 87 of the Senate Standing Orders, the Senate has failed to remove from office by impeachment Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County. And the Governor accordingly continues to hold office. You may now withdraw the bars and open the doors. Now, to the parties, you shall stay seated as the senators exit the chamber. Likewise, the people who are in the public gallery, you will stay seated as the senators leave the chamber. And for those who are seated in the public gallery, you shall stay seated as the senators leave the chamber. Honorable senators, you may now rise. Senator Sotsi. Order, honorable senators, order. Honorable senators, there being no other business on the order paper, the Senate stands adjourned until Tuesday, 14th of November 2023 at 2:30 p.m. I thank you. That communication was communicated here by Senator Muma. For those who attend sessions, they know.
Well, that is the end of the two-day trial of the proposed removal from office of Governor Kawira by impeachment, a resolution that was reached by the County Assembly, but the governor has survived the impeachment. The Speaker has just given the results of the division with the 7 charges, and the 47 senators participated in the vote. None of them chose to abstain, and in all those 7 charges, with all the 47 senators participating in the charge, none of the charges was substantiated. All of them turned out unsubstantiated, thereby saving the governor, and the governor, of course, will continue to do her duties as demanded by the position she holds. polls. But we understand, of course, with the Standing Order 80, the Speaker will be communicating. Standing Order 87 indicates that if a vote in the Senate fails to result in the removal of the governor, the Speaker of the Senate shall notify the Speaker of the concerned